Honorable Chairman, sir, Honorable President delivered the address and talked about the achievements of India, the expectations of the world from India, and the common man of India has the self-confidence and resolve to make India a developed country. The Honorable President talked about all these subjects and has detailed the plan for the purpose. How we have to go about it. She has shown the path for the future. The address of the Honorable President was inspirational and effective as well. And for all of us, it was the guideline also for the future. I express gratitude to the Honorable President and rise to express gratitude. Honorable Sir, more than 70 honorable members have enriched the discussion on motion of thanks, and they have given their suggestions which are valuable. Treasury benches, opposition benches, both have discussed and provided inputs in their own special way. Honorable members have expressed their views the way they have understood the address of the Honorable President, and they have talked about it accordingly.
आदरणीय सभापति जी,
Sir, here we talk about Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, development for everybody and everybody on board. A lot of things have been said about it already. I fail to comprehend what is the difficulty there. All have to be together, all have to be on board for development. It is our duty. And that is why the country has given all of us the opportunity to be seated here. But as far as Congress party is concerned, sir, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, from them to expect is something like a mistake, a big blunder. It is beyond their comprehension, beyond their thoughts, and it is not going to suit their roadmap also. Because it's a huge party and has got dedicated to a dynasty, so Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is not possible for them, not possible.
आदरणीय
Honorable Chairman, sir, Congress has played politics and had prepared such a model of politics wherein things away from facts and fake things, dynasty, appeasement, all these things were mixed together. Where these things are mixed together, there cannot be everybody on board. No question of sub. Sir, in the model of the Congress, at the top, what do you find? Family first. And that is the reason, sir, their policy, their methods, their speech, and their actions are all centered around that one thing they have been handling. After 2014, we were given the opportunity to serve the nation. I'm grateful to the people of the country. For the third consecutive term, they have given us the opportunity.
ये तीसरी बार
Third term, the people give us in this vast country. We have vibrant democracy, vibrant media we have, and there is freedom to say and express everything. Despite that, things are there. Second time, third time, the country gives us the opportunity to serve the nation. Reason is that the people of the country have trusted our model of development because they have tested it, they have understood it, and they have supported also.
हमारा ये
And if I have to wrap up this model of development in one word, then it is nation first. Nation comes first. This is the utmost among our sentiments. And with this spirit, we have gone on with our policies, with our programs. Our speech, our actions are guided by this one thing. And this is our whetstone. And we have tried to serve the nation. And Honorable Chairman, sir, I say with a sense of great pride and satisfaction also that for a long time, 5-6 decades, that is, before the country, what should be the alternate model before the country? There was no opportunity available to weigh on the scale. After a long gap, after 2014, the country got an alternative model. What could be the priorities? What could be the alternate model? A new model has emerged after that, and it does not include appeasement, but it is based on satisfaction level. In the model that was there earlier, particularly during Congress tenures, appeasement was there surrounding just everything. That was their main thing. And it had become kind of a panacea for their politics. And selfish, they would not be selfish, they were playing the politics of rulers, and all was mixed together. The method was that they would appease the smaller sections, and then rest of them, they would not give anything. They would be pining for those things. And when the elections would be around the corner, they would say, those people have got, you would also get it. And likewise, they were toying with the rattle and handing it over to the people, and they were blindfolding the people, pulling wool over the people's eyes, and they were playing their style of politics, so that at the time of elections, they would harvest the votes, and this was going on, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, we have tried our best. Whatever resources we have in India, they should be utilized in an optimum manner. Whatever time we have at our disposal in the country, that should also be utilized, not wasted. every moment should be used for the progress of the country. People, it should be spent thereon only. That is why we adopted an approach for saturation. We should utilize only those much or those many resources that we have available. But the scheme that has been put in place, the target group should benefit out of that scheme 100%. Some get it, some don't get it, and some are waiting for it, and they should be subjected to harassment and should be pushed to have disappointment, depression, and frustration. All those things are not proper. Instead of that, we came out of it, and with the approach of saturation, we have moved ahead. In the past decade, at every level, we have done things with Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas spirit, and we have put it on the ground. And today, across the country, you can see change for the better. We are experiencing it already. The main mantra of our governance also has been the same, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Everybody on board, everybody together, development for all. Our government has done things for SC, ST, and they have been empowered, and their dignity among downtrodden people, and we have shown commitment to their welfare, and we have taken things forward for them, for their betterment. Honorable Chairman, sir, today there are efforts on to spread the poison of casteism, but for 3 decades, in both the houses, there were OBC MPs, and all party members who were OBC members, they were demanding from the governments that OBCs should be taken care of. OBC Commission should be given constitutional status. That was rejected, sir. Refused because, sir, probably at that time, it did not suit their politics. Because the politics of appeasement suited them, and family first was their political motto, and till that is around, they would not have open discussions also. That would not be in their interest. Honorable Sir, it is my good fortune that all of us together did it, and for 3 decades it was pending, and our OBC community members, the expectations they had, demands they had, and they were disappointed. Today, I can say with pride that we came and we accorded constitutional status to the Commission. And we did not only fulfill their demand, but for us it was the matter pertaining to their dignity, self-respect, and honor, because it is so important as it is for 140 crore people whom we worship as our gods and goddesses among the common citizens. Sir, whenever in the country the matter of reservation came up in a proper way to solve the problem, we moved ahead, accepting the facts. But did it happen during that time? Every time divisive politics was played, how to bring about tension, how to have acrimony, those ways instead were used earlier. After the country became independent, this is how attempts were made. It was for the first time that our government gave a model that on the mantra of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas, we moved ahead, and the poorest of the poor, we gave 10% reservation to them without any tension, without snatching it away from anyone. And when this decision was taken, SC community also welcomed it, ST community also welcomed it, and OBC community also welcomed it. No one had any problem about it at all because it was a big decision. It was the way to take that decision. And what was the way? Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Then only in a very healthy manner across the country, it was accepted and it was done. Honorable Chairman Sir, in our country, the disabled persons, the Divyangs, were never heard the way they should have been heard. When we are talking of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, then Divyangjan also cannot be left behind. They are also among the category of people for whom we are working. So for them also, for the Divyang people also, we extended the facility of reservation. We provided them more facilities. In mission mode, we did it. For welfare of the disabled people, for Divyangs, we put in place many schemes and we implemented also those schemes. Because of that, all this happened. Not only that, sir, transgender persons also.
के अधिकारों and with regard to the rights of third gender rights, we have tried to give them legal backing, and that is in a spirit with the Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas mantra. And I just want to show that why we have, how we have taken into account the interest of even that neglected class of the society. Sir, in India's journey towards progress, you cannot discount the role played by the women. And if they are given opportunity and they also become part of policy making, then the country can progress much more speedily. And keeping in view the same spirit, we brought the legislation, and that was the first bill passed by this new parliament. And we must take pride in this fact that this new parliament is not only will not only be remembered for its wonderful edifice, it will be remembered for the Nari Vandan bill that was passed. This building we could have used for backing our patting our backs, but we used it for giving a message for women empowerment, and that is how this house, this new building, new parliament building started working. Honorable Chairman, sir, we all know, and we should look into history. And we should not only be looking into history because I am saying so. How Congress party had treated Baba Sahab Ambedkar ji, how much did they dislike him? And whatever Baba Sahab said, it used to antagonize Congress, and everything is backed by the documents. It can be authenticated. And Congress ensured, and it left no stone unturned to ensure that Baba Sahab gets defeated in the election. And because they could not tolerate Baba Sahab, they did not consider him fit for Bharat Ratna. Honorable Chairman, sir, not only that, sir, the people of this country, they have shown respect towards the legacy of Baba Sahab, and all these sections of the society, they have shown deep respect towards the legacy of Baba Sahab Bhimrao Ambedkar, and that is why today Congress party under compulsion, but even today they are not liking it. Honorable Chairman, sir, this Congress party seems to be champion of changing colors, and we all are seeing that how they are every day they are changing colors. Honorable sir, sir, if you try to study the functioning of the Congress party, then the basic mantra that we have followed is Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. In that vein, they have always been trying to diminish contribution made by other leaders. And because of that, they have destabilized governments. Whichever political party, if it came to power in any state, that was destabilized because they could not tolerate any other party thriving in the country. And they were busy doing this. And this route that they adopted of diminishing others, that is why their friends are deserting them today after Lok Sabha elections, because they know that one day or the other, Congress is going to ditch them. And it is only because of this policy of ditching others that Congress is in dire straits today. The oldest party of the country, the party which is related to the independence struggle, they are in such dire straits today. It is only because they did not wish well for others. Had they been thinking differently, then they would not have been in such bad shape. That is why I am trying to give you this advice that instead of pulling others down, you should think of your betterment. And if you do like this, then certainly this country will give you chance to rule uh, the people. Honorable Chairman, sir, Baba Sahab very well understood the basic challenges faced by the SC/ST community, and he himself was a sufferer, so he could empathize, and he had also a motivation to work for the welfare of that community. And Baba Sahab, for the economic upliftment of the SC/ST community, he laid out a clear roadmap before the country. And that is very much clear from his sayings and his writings. And sir, he has made a very important statement. I would like to quote him. Baba Sahab had said that India is an agricultural country, but for the Dalits, this cannot become the main source of their livelihood. These are his words. And he further adds that there are so many reasons behind that. First, It is beyond their capacity to purchase land. He was talking about economic capability. Secondly, even if they have the economic heft, even in that case, they do not get any opportunity to purchase land. And while analyzing this situation, he had given further suggestions, and he had urged that the deprived sections of the society, the SC, ST people who are at the receiving end and who are facing injustice in the society, we have there is one measure which can improve their lot. And he was a firm believer in industrialization, more and more industrialization, and he believed that through industrialization their lot can be improved. And behind the idea of industrialization, he believed that because of skill based jobs, the the tribals, they will get an opportunity, and therefore he believed that it is the biggest tool for their economic upliftment. But even after so many years of independence, Congress had been in power for so many years, but they never bothered to consider these suggestions and these ideas propagated by Baba Sahab. Rather, they rejected these ideas altogether. The Baba Sahab always wanted to ensure economic upliftment of SC/ST community, but Congress ensured that the crisis deepened further. Honorable Chairman Sir, in 2014, when our government came into power, we decided to change this mindset, and we gave sufficient priority to skill development, industrial growth, and financial inclusion. We put emphasis on these things. We came up with PM Vishwakarma scheme, and we ensured that that particular section of the society which is left out and without which there cannot be any, no society can be conceptualized. I am talking about the Vishwakarma section, the iron-smith, and the people who were on the lowest ladder of the society. First of all, there was a government who started giving them a skill training. They were also given tools and equipment. They were induced towards modernization. Market was made available for them. So we started a drive for making them more skilled. And this is a section of the society which was neglected for so many years. And these are the people who play a pivotal role in shaping up a society. And we showed our concern towards them. Honorable Chairman, sir, we started Mudra Yojana. And the people who were first generation entrepreneurs, they were given bank loans without any bank guarantee. And we started a nationwide drive for this, so that in the society, a biggest chunk which has the dream of becoming self-reliant, they could get success. And we also started Stand Up India. It was it had the objective that our brothers and sisters from SC/ST community or from any other community, they could get 1 crore loan from bank without any guarantee. And in this budget, we have doubled that amount. And I have seen that lakhs of such youth from these deprived sections or the women, they are taking benefit of Mudra Yojana, and they have started their own enterprise, And not only they themselves have become self-reliant, but they have become job providers. Honorable Chairman, sir, each artisan needs to be empowered. Each community needs to be empowered. And that was the dream of Baba Sahab. And the dream of Baba Sahab has been realized through Mudra Yojana. Honorable Chairman, sir, we have we have started worshipping those sections which were neglected for so many years. I am talking about the poor, the deprived sections, and their welfare is our priority. If you look at this year's budget, then you will find that there are many small industries like leather industry, footwear industry. They have been accorded priority, and that is going to benefit the people from deprived sections. As for example, let me give you the example of toys manufacturing. Toys manufacturing is limited to very small section of the society who are not very well off, and they have been given various benefits. And because of this initiative, today import toys, and today we are exporting our toys, the toys which are manufactured in India, and that has benefited a community of the society which was underprivileged, which was deprived. Chairman, sir, we have a fisherman community in our country that is large in number. For this community, we have not only carved out a separate ministry, but we have also ensured that they today are getting the same facility of credit which was available for farmers under Kisan credit card. And these fishermen, people from fishermen community are getting the same facility today. We have carved out a separate ministry for them, and about 40,000 crore rupees we have infused in this. We have empowered the fisheries sector, and because of these efforts, today our fish production has gone up by 2 times, and export has also gone up by 2 times. And it is directly benefiting the community of fishermen. So I am talking about these communities which have been neglected for so many years. They have been deprived for so many years, and we have given them top priority, and that has been our effort. Chairman, sir, today some people have started spreading the poison of casteism. In that context, I would like to say that in our tribal community, we have even inside tribal community, we have different communities, and there are communities which are very few in number, and they are also scattered throughout the country, but they have been a neglected lot. And if you learn about their predicament, if you learn about their plight, it will really pain your heart. And it has been my good fortune that I got guidance from the Honorable President, because she represents the same community. And then we ensured that that even inside the tribal community, those sections which were left out and which were out of the mainstream, they were brought into the mainstream by introduction of Janaman Yojana, and we gave 24,000 crore rupees for their welfare, so that they could also be integrated into the mainstream, and they should come at par with the rest of the tribal community, and later on we would try to bring them to the upper level. Sir, we have not only taken care of other sections of all sections of the society, we have also ensured that there is regional imbalance in the country, and that regional imbalance is addressed. As for example, we have our border areas and the villages situated in those border areas. Those villages were neglected as backward villages, and first of all we ensured that we initiated some psychological changes, and we changed the mindset that Delhi is not the focal point. Actually, the focal point is those areas where we have the sunrise, where the sun rises, and in those villages which are situated in the border areas, they were given a special priority, and keeping in view their needs, we chalked out plans and schemes, and we given them top priority. And in my last term, I had instructed my ministerial colleagues to go to those villages, remote villages, and there were certain villages where the temperature was minus 15 degree, and there also our ministers went there, and they tried to understood the situation on the ground and the reality on the ground, and we included some of the guests from those villages in the 26th January program and the 15th August program. They are even present in the at-home program at Rashtrapati Bhavan, because our motto is Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas, and we are always on the lookout that who are the sections which are still left out. Honorable Chairman, and this is also becoming crucial for national security, and we are giving it sufficient priority.
Honorable Chairman, sir, the Honorable President, on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of the Republic Day, also asked us to take inspiration from the Constitution framers. With full satisfaction, I can say today that the feeling of our Constitution framers have been respected, and we have taken inspiration from that, and we are marching ahead today. Some people must be thinking, what is UCC? But if you look into the debates of the Constituent Assembly, you will get to know that we are trying to translate that spirit into reality. Maybe some people are bothered by politics, but we are living the feelings of the Constitution framers, and we are trying to translate their feelings into reality. Sir, we must respect the framers of the Constitution. We should have taken inspiration from all that they had said, but the Congress party, right after independence, started hurting the feelings of those who made the Constitution with a lot of pain, I have to say today. Can you imagine when the country did not have an elected government, and stop-gap arrangement was there till the elections took place, and the person who was there during that stop-gap arrangement, he amended the constitution as he came. Had it been done by an elected government, we could have understand that a little. But who did it? They trampled upon the freedom of speech. in newspapers. The newspapers, the press was put under restrictions, and the most important pillar of democracy was trampled upon, and it was complete disrespect to the spirit of the constitution. Sir, it was the first government of the country, and Nehruji was the prime minister. And in Mumbai, when Nehruji was the prime minister, there was a strike of laborers and workers in Mumbai. And a very famous lyricist, Majruh Sultanpuri, sang a song in that strike. The title was Commonwealth Ka Das Hai. And for reciting this poetry, Nehru ji sent this very great poet of the country to jail. A very famous actor, Balraj Sahani, participated only in one rally, and it was a rally of protesters. And for that, Balraj Sahani ji was sent to the prison. Honorable Chairman Sir, brother of Lata Mangeshkar, Hriday Nath Mangeshkar ji, composed a poem on Veer Savarkar ji, and he made a plan to broadcast it on Akashvani. And for this, Hriday Nath Mangeshkar ji was expelled from All India Radio forever. Honorable After this, the country also witnessed the era of emergency. Sir, this country also witnessed the time of emergency. How the constitution was trampled upon, how the spirit of constitution was trampled upon. It all was done only for the lust of power. The country knows that. And in the emergency, a very famous cinema artist, Devanandji, was requested to come out in favor of emergency. Devanandji refused to do that. He did not have the courage to do this. And this is the reason all the films of Devanandji were banned on Doordarshan for this. Sir, these people who talk about the constitution, for years together they have kept the constitution in their pockets, and this is the result of the same. They have never respected the constitution. Kishore Kumar ji refused to sing a song for Congress, and for this, all his songs were banned on All India Radio. Honorable Chairman Sir, I cannot forget those days of emergency, and I guess that those pictures are still available. those who talk about democracy, of human dignity, and those who really enjoy giving long speeches. In the emergency, along with George Fernandez, many of the great personalities of the country were handcuffed and they were chained. Parliament members, many di- great leaders of the country were handcuffed and they were also chained. And for them to talk about constitution, I think that it doesn't suit them. Sir, for the lust of power and for the ego of one particular family, many of the families of the country were destroyed and the country was converted into a prison. It was a very long struggle. They feel that they are great, but they had to accept the power of the common people of the country. They had to resign to the will of the people. And with the power of the common people of the country, emergency was revoked, and it was only the result of the efforts of the common people of this country. Honorable Khadgeji recites very nice poetry and couplets before you, and he really enjoys reciting couplets. And Honorable Chairman, sir, you also enjoyed that. I also had read one couplet. Those who create a spectacle, they don't know the reality. They don't know how many storms have we faced to light this lamp. How many storms have we faced to light this lamp? Honorable Chairman, sir, and I have a lot of respect for him. He has spent a very long life in the service of the people, be it Sharad Rao ji or Khadge ji or Dev Gowda ji. These people have lived in extraordinary conditions. Khadge ji, you won't be hearing such great things in your own party. That is the reason I am telling you all this. This time I was seeing that Khadgeji was reciting poetry here, and whatever he was telling here, and you also asked him the source of the poetry when this poetry was recited. He knew when this poetry was written, but the condition is that the Congress party cannot speak in their own house, and they thought that this is the right platform. Let me recite the couplet or the poetry here. So, through a poetry by Gopal Das Neeraj, he portrayed the condition of his own party here. Sir, today I would like to recite some lines by the same poet Neeraj before Kharge ji here. During the Congress regime, Neeraj ji had written these lines. He had said that there is a lot of darkness all around. The sun must rise. Now the sun must rise. It doesn't matter how will this happen, but it's very important that the weather changes, the conditions change. And in that era of the Congress government, Neeraj had composed this poetry. In 1970, when Congress was all pervasive, during that time, Neeraj published another compilation of poetry. The title was Fir Deep Jalega, that is, the lamp will be lighted again. And in that, he had said, O my country, do not be dejected. He had said, O my country, do not be dejected. We'll have the lamp lighted again. We'll have the darkness dispelled again and see our good fortune, our inspiration. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji had also said 40 years back, the sun will rise, the darkness will dispel, and the lotus flower will bloom.
आदरणीय
Respected Neeraj ji recited these lines, and till the time Congress government was there, we had darkness all around.
आग बने रहे.
For decades together, the conditions remained the same. Honorable Chairman Sir, to empower the poor people, the amount of work that has been done in our regime, it had never happened before. The empowerment of the poor people has been done, and to make sure that the poor people defeat poverty, we have taken initiatives. And I have a lot of faith in the poor people of the country. If they get the opportunity, they will overcome all the challenges, and they have done it. They have taken the benefit of all these schemes, these, and now today we have 25 crore poor people in the country who have come above the poverty line. And this is a matter of great pride for us. This is something which is really a big achievement. Those who have come above the poverty line, they have done a lot of hard work. They have used the government schemes, and today a new neo middle class has been created in our country by them. Sir, my government is standing by the side of this neo middle class as well as the middle class of the country. And we are standing by them with full commitment. The aspirations of this neo middle class are giving boost to the progress of our country. There are a new energy for our country, and they are a great foundation stone for the progress of our country. We want to increase the capabilities of this new middle class. For the middle class, we have given huge relief to a big part of this middle class, and their tax has been made nil. In 2012, there was tax exemption till the income of 2 lakh rupees per annum. And today, we have increased this exemption limit to 12 lakh per annum. People who are over the age of 70 years, be it from any class or community, they will be benefited by the Ayushman Bharat Yojana. And the biggest beneficiary in this category are the elderly people belonging to the middle class. Sir, we have constructed 4 crore houses in the country. Out of them, more than 1 crore houses have been built in the urban areas. Earlier, frauds would happen to the home buyers, and it was very important to protect their interests. This is the reason we have made RERA law, so that the constraint that was there regarding the dream of the middle class, that constraint could be removed. In this budget, Swami initiative has been introduced. The housing projects that are lying pending, and the money of the people of middle class are stuck in these projects. For that, we have allocated 15,000 crore rupees, so that the dreams of the people of this middle class can be realized. Sir, the startup revolution that has been witnessed by the entire world has had its own impact. Who are running these startups? The youth that is running these startups mostly belong to the middle class.
Today, the entire world is attracted towards India, particularly the meetings that have been held in G20 summits. Earlier, they considered India to be Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore. Now they can see the vastness of the country, and today, world is attracted to tourism in India. And when tourism expands, there are more job opportunities, and that is also giving benefit. That is going to give benefit to the middle class of the country. Honorable Chairman, sir, today our middle class is full of self-confidence, and this is unprecedented. And this increases the capability of India, and I'm fully confident that the middle class of India will is ready to realize the dream of, and it has started moving with us. Honorable Chairman, sir, in the building of developed India, youngsters have to play the most important role. They are our demographic dividend, and they are our strength. The ones who are in schools and colleges, they are going to be the beneficiaries of develop India, and therefore they have this natural spirit. As and when they grow, the journey of development of the country will move on, and in a way, the base of developed India is going to be the youngsters of India. They are our capability, they are our strength. In the past 10 years, continuously, this base has been strengthened, and for that, we have worked according to a well considered strategy.
what should be the education of 21st century like for education policy? Earlier, there was not even consideration. After a time interval of 3 decades, we came with a new education policy. Many initiatives have been taken under new education policy, and I would like to talk about one PM school. 10 to 12,000 schools have already been constructed, and we are moving in the direction of constructing more such schools. Honorable Chairman, sir, a very important decision was taken in the form of changes in the new education policy, and that is in the form of education in mother tongue and examinations in mother tongue. We have given thrust on that. The country became independent, but there was this slavish mindset, and there was utter injustice with our mother tongue, and the children of the poor people, the children of the deprived classes, they were lagging behind because they did not know English, and education was not being held in mother tongue. And this kind of condition never let me sleep in peace. And I want our children to be doctors, to be engineers. Those who did not have the good luck of studying in English, we cannot stop them from going ahead. And we have brought changes in new education policy. And today, the children of poor people, they are dreaming of becoming doctors and engineers. For tribal youngsters, we have expanded Eklavya model schools. 10 years back, there were around 150 Eklavya model schools. Today, we have 470 Eklavya model schools. And now we are going to build 200 more Eklavya model schools, and we are moving in that direction. Honorable Chairman, sir, we have brought about reforms in Sainik schools, and in Sainik schools, we have made an arrangement of girl students entering Sainik schools. You have yourself been a student of Sainik school. Earlier, the doors of Sainik schools were closed for girls, and you know how important Sainik schools are. Sainik schools have given birth to person like you, and that opportunity will now be given to girl students also, because the doors have been opened for them. Hundreds of our daughters who are full of feeling of patriotism, and they are having education, and they have this feeling of living for the country. Honorable Chairman, sir, NCC has a big role to play in the grooming of youngsters. All of us know that in young age, there is a golden opportunity in the all-round development of a young man. But in the past years, there has been an unprecedented expansion in NCC. Till 2014, around 14 lakh cadets were there in NCC. Today, the number has grown to, it has crossed 20 lakh. Honorable Chairman, sir, in the youth of the country, they have the feeling of doing something new. They want to do something different from what is routine, and that can be seen very clearly. When I launched cleanliness campaign, I saw that groups of youngsters on their own motivation, they are taking this movement ahead. Some youngsters are going to slums, and they are taking this cleanliness campaign forward. Seeing all these things, we felt that the youngsters must be given a new opportunity, and there should be organized efforts. And for that, we started the movement called My Bharat, My Young India. This campaign was started, and around 1.5 crore of youngsters have registered themselves in this program. And the current subjects facing India, they are being discussed, and the youngsters are doing this on their own volition. They are not needing any spoon feeding. They are doing it on your own, and they are adopting new things. Honorable Chairman, sir, sports arena gives birth to sportsman spirit, and a country where there are lots of sports. This kind of spirit is generated automatically to promote sports talent. We have started work on different dimensions, the kind of infrastructure which is needed for sports, and the kind of financial support that is needed for that. There has been an unprecedented increase in that, so that the youth of the country gets a new opportunity. And target Olympic Khelo India campaign, they are they have the strength to transform our sports ecosystem. In the past 10 years, all the international sports events that have taken place, India has brought laurels, and India has shown its capability. The youngsters have proved themselves, and our daughters are displaying the strength of the country uh, equally. Honorable Chairman, sir, if a country has to be made from a developing country to to a developed country, public welfare work have their own importance. But in that journey, infrastructure is a big factor in that. It is a big strength in that. From developing to developed, the journey goes through infrastructure, and we have understood the importance of infrastructure, and we have emphasized that. And when we talk of infrastructure, it is necessary that infrastructure projects are completed in a time-bound manner. But if they keep pending, it doesn't give us any benefit at all. The taxpayers' money goes waste in that, and the country is deprived of the benefit that it has to get, and it leads to a lot of loss. It cannot be measured in words. In Congress period, it was their policy to keep the project pending. That had become their culture, and because of that, and it was a part of their politics that this project has to be kept pending. There was no mantra of sabka saath sabka vikas. To get rid of this Congress culture, we devised a program called Pragati, and through this Pragati platform, I have been doing detailed monitoring of infrastructure projects, and videography of that area is brought before me. I'm personally involved in that, around projects of 19 lakh crores of rupees, which were pending because of some reason, whether it was because of lack of coordination between the center and the state, or lack of coordination between different departments. I review all these things, and Oxford University into this Pragati initiative, and they have given a very good report on that. And they have given an important suggestion. They said that they said about the Pragati initiative that learning from the Pragati experiences, other developing countries must also have they have a valuable opportunity to bring rapid pace in infrastructure projects. How were the projects completed earlier? I would like to give some examples on the basis of some facts so that we are able to know how uh, India was made to suffer. I'm not saying that some person would have done that deliberately, but there was a culture which led to this. Now, see, in Uttar Pradesh, we make speeches on agriculture, on farmers. That appears to be very good. You may provoke people because you don't have to make any infrastructure on that. In Uttar Pradesh, there was a very important agricultural scheme, Saryu Canal Project. Saryu Canal Project in 1972. Please think about it. 1972, it was approved, and it kept pending for 5 decades. The project, which was conceived and envisaged in 1972, and it was approved in 1921, we took that forward and we completed it. Honorable Chairman, sir, Jammu Kashmir, Udhampur, Srinagar, Baramulla railway line of Jammu and Kashmir. In 1994, it was approved. This railway line was approved in 1994. And this railway line kept pending for years. 3 decades after that, in 2025, we completed that railway line. Honorable Chairman, sir, in Odisha, Haridaspur, Paradip railway line, Haridaspur Paradip railway line of Odisha. In 1996, this railway line was approved. It also kept pending for many years, and in 2019, it got completed in our tenure. Honorable Chairman, sir, Bogibir Bridge of Assam in 1998 was approved, and it was completed in 2018 in our government. I can give you hundreds of such examples. Keeping the projects pending, this culture of theirs has destroyed the country. I can give hundreds of examples of that. You can imagine that the Congress in its tenure, they deprived the country of what it deserved. There was a possibility of doing so much in the country, but they did not bring about any progress, and they have caused a lot of destruction. You can imagine that. In infrastructure projects, right planning and right implementation for that PM Gati Shakti National Master Plan has been made. In PM Gati Shakti, those who are interested in digital world, it is necessary for them to understand this, and states must utilize this. On PM Gati Shakti platform, 1600 data layers are there of different development works of ours, and they expedite the decision-making process, and they can be implemented at a very fast pace. So Gati Shakti platform in itself is has become a basis which gives space to the development. Honorable Chairman, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir. Need to know why their parents had to face difficulties. Why did the country have to go through that? They must know this. If in the past decades, if we had not been, if in the past decade, if we had not been proactive in digital India, the kind of facilities we have today, we would have waited for that for many years. It is because of our proactive policy that we are moving ahead with time, or sometimes we are moving with time. Today in the country, we have 5G technology. It is being used in a very rapid and most effective manner. I'm saying this with my experience of past years, whether it is computer or mobile phones, whether it is ATM. There are many such technologies which had reached many of the countries much before they reached us, but it took many decades for them to reach India. If I talk of health, if I talk of vaccination, for example, vaccine of BCG or cholera, when we were under British rule, vaccination had taken place in many of those countries, but it came to India after decades. Polio vaccine, we had to wait for decades for polio vaccine. The world had moved ahead of us, and we were lagging behind. The Congress had taken possession of the rule of the country. They felt that they had all the knowledge, and it was the result of that. It was license permit Raj. I would like to tell the youngsters of the country that the country could not progress because of the license permit Raj, and it had become the identity of Congress.
आदरणीय सभापति जी,
Honorable Chairman, sir, when it was initial times of computers in India, and if anybody was intending to import computers, then there was a license required for that import, and that was such a scenario. Even in such licensing, sir, years were spent, and that was happening. Honorable sir, if you were to build your house and cement was required, even permission was required for purchase of cement and construction of your own home. Not only that, sir, if sugar was required for some marriage ceremony, if some tea was to be served at large scale, even for that sugar purchase, license was required. My youngsters should know that what was happening in free India, independent India, to that later years in Congress regimes, and that is not about colonial India. Sir, former finance minister in Congress of Congress times, and he deems himself a very knowledgeable, accomplished person. He also acceded and agreed that license permit was all the times there. He agreed to that, and he said that a license permit is required
for facilitating everything. And he also agreed, I'm referring to that former finance minister from the Congress ranks, that even license permit was always given with some bribe transacted. So, sir, who was doing that bribery? Who was complicit in that? Who was receiving that? So, where that money was going, sir? These are questions should be answered, and our youngsters should know that what was the reality of those times. Sir, in those very times, one Congress member whose father was there in that time, and his father money was not to be borrowed, money was available with his father, and his father was wanting to purchase a car. And sir, for 15 long years, I repeat, 15 years, his father had to wait for purchase of that car, and that was not possible for him. Purchase of car didn't happen in long 15 years. Honorable Chairman, sir, even for purchase of a scooter, sir, people were made to wait for 8 and 10 years. Bookings were done and waiting was required. And even if somebody was to sell his her scooter, permission was also required for that. So, sir, that was the manner in which they were ruling this country. Then, sir, LPG cylinder, gas cylinder, even for that, sir, member of parliament were giving coupons, and sir, 25 people, other number of people were given LPG cylinders with an MP coupon. Then sir, telephone connection was also one such thing for which people were to run from pillar to post for getting that. So sir, our youngsters should know that in what manner that's in what manner these people were running the country. Our youth should know that. Honorable Chairman, sir, these all embargoes, these all limitations were reflections, were results of license permit Raj. And now this made India as the slowest growing country of the world, one of the slowest growing countries in the world. And we should also know that because of this weak growth rate, because of this failure to grow at the faster rate, people were calling us Hindu growth rate. People were referring us with that nomenclature. Sir, our society, our nation was being denigrated with that nomenclature, and that was the responsibility. That was the result of these people being in power. Their regime was responsible for that because they were indulged in corruption all the time, and that resulted in this nation, this society getting that abusing from international community. Sir, royal legacy and dynastic moorings which this party was having, that resulted in wrong financial, wrong economic policies, and for that India was dishonored all across the globe. India was disrespected internationally, sir. Sir, if we look into the history, then sir, policies and initiatives adopted by Indian system, it was never having feature of license permit Raj, because India was always a believer of liberty. India was always a believer of liberalization. We were believers of free trade. That was the feature, sir, and we were the believers of hard work. That was there in India since centuries, and people from all across the globe used to come to our country for doing business, sir. That was happening since centuries, and we were doing that, but these people demolished that, they devastated that. Honorable sir, now when whole of the globe, whole of the international community is recognizing India's economic potential and might, sir, today India is being termed growing with Bharat rate of growth, and this is the new nomenclature which is being utilized for us. Sir, we are expanding our economy with that, and we will continue doing that.
आदरणीय सभापति जी,
Honorable Honorable Chairman, sir, Honorable Chairman, sir, getting out of the clutches of Congress, getting out of the clutches of their election symbols, sir, this country has now registered some new heights and new flights are also being manifested. Sir, this license permit Raj is a story of past. Their policies are also a story of past, and we are encouraging Make in India. So manufacturing is being encouraged in our country, and policies we have also increased production link, that is PLI schemes, and India is second largest mobile manufacturing country in the world. Sir, previously most of the phones were being imported from other countries. Now we are being recognized from for this mobile manufacturing and mobile making. Honorable Sir, today India's recognition is also about defense manufacturing, and in last 10 years, our defense production has increased more than 10 times, and we are exporting with that quantum commensurate, sir. Honorable Sir, solar modules are also being produced in our country like anything. That has also increased by 10 times. And we are second largest steel producing country in the world. That is also our new rank in last 10 years. In machines and electronics, we have leapfrogged, we have marched forward, and toy manufacturing has also increased by 3 times. For agrochemicals, we have also seen increase in exports. And sir, in Corona times, more than 150 countries, we exported vaccines, we exported medicines, we supplied to them. And sir, with Ayush, sir, our generic medicines are also seeing encouragement in manufacturing and export. Honorable Chairman, sir, Khadi is also there. And if they can do something, if they could do something in their times, and that was also a symbol of freedom struggle, sir, they could have encouraged Khadi and village industry. But, sir, in our times, this quantum of Khadi and village industry has reached to 150 lakh crore. And, sir, its quantum has increased by 4 times in last 10 years. 1.5 lakh crore in Khadi, sir. Sir, our MSME sector is being benefited like anything because of all this increase in manufacturing. And sir, that has produced a large scale employment opportunity as well. Honorable Chairman, sir, because we all are public representatives and we are public servants as well, because of being a public representative. Sir, for us, people's mission, society's mission, and nation's mission is foremost. Sir, because we have taken this pledge of public service, so, sir, we have to work in that tandem only. Honorable Sir, whole of the country expects this from us, and they expect that we will not stop before making this country Viksit Bharat, that we will leave no stone unturned for that and we will invest everything for that. Sir, this is pledge of this nation, this is aspiration of this nation, and this is not about one person. Sir, this is about more than 140 crore people of this country. And so people who will keep themselves aloof from this pledge and commitment of Viksit Bharat, these people, those people will find themselves in silos. Because, sir, this is now immutable, and because the middle class and the youth, might of both these classes, are now working together for Viksit Bharat, and that's a reality, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, when country is marching towards development, country is marching for the new heights of development, then, sir, at that juncture of history, we have a very important role. Sir, it is very obvious that in democracy, we will have divergence of opinions, we will have divergence of policies, but hopelessness and any sort of dejection, any sort of doomsday saying, all these things are not acceptable, sir. And so we have to go for introspection as well. We have to do that continuously. And I believe that the debate which has happened in this house, this churning, sir, will give us jewels. This churning will give us some very valuable takeaways, and that journey will be continued by all of us, and that journey will not stop before making this country Viksit Bharat. Sir, again, I thank Honorable President from the core of my heart, and sir, from the side of, on behalf of all of this house and all members of this house, for that.
By Susri Susmita Dev, are you withdrawing the amendments or I should put to bed? No, not till that. Not after that. No. Susmita Dev.
Sir, the things which have been said here,
No. Not present.
sir, untruths have been presented here.
5 to 8 by Shri A. Rahim. Are you withdrawing or moving the amendments?
Sir, I move the amendment, sir.
You are moving the amendments. I shall now put the amendments to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. Amendment numbers 5 to 8 are negative. Amendment numbers 9 to 11 by Shri Manoj Kumar Jha. Are you withdrawing the amendments or moving?
Sir, after Prime Minister's speech, I will still move the amendment.
I shall now put the amendments to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say. I think noes have it. Noes have it. Noes have it. Amendment numbers 9 to 11 are negative. Amendment number 12 to 17 by Sri Ramjilal Suman. Are you moving or withdrawing?
Yes, sir, I am moving.
Moving?
Yes.
Sure about it? I shall now put the amendments to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. Amendment numbers 12 to 17 are negative. Amendment numbers 18 to 26 by Sri M. Sanmugam. Are you moving or withdrawing?
I am moving, sir.
Moving. I shall now put the amendments to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think noes have it, noes have it, noes have it. Amendment numbers 18 to 26 are negative. Amendment numbers 27 to 36 by Dr. Kani Mozi and Vian Somo. Are you moving? I shall now put the amendments to vote. Those in favor will please say aye. Those against will please say no. I think the noes have it, the noes have it, the noes have it. Amendment numbers 27 to 36 are negative. Amendment numbers 37 and 38 by Shri M. Muhammad Abdullah. Are you moving or withdrawing? Not present. Amendment numbers 45 to 48 by Shri Pramod Tiwari.
प्रधानमंत्री जी को सुन के बड़ा निराश हूं इसलिए आई मूव
Sir, I am presenting it. I'm forwarding these amendments, sir, because I'm rejected.